Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, good people? We back. We back for another episode of Talks with the Crew. As you can see, I'm all the way Texas today. So we talking about them Texas Longhorns. A lot of people like do horns up. Yeah, it is what it is, to each his own. But of course, without further ado, I gotta introduce my co-host. First up, we got the young gun. You know who we got, Mr. Cameron Bell in the building.
Man, yeah, it's your boy Bell, man. We're back again with another banger, man. Hey, got the Texas Longhorns up, man. Finna preview these awards, and hey, we're finna get it kicked out. You can follow your boy the X at underscore Cameron22. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. And of course, we got my guy, Coach Matt, aka Paul Wall. Talk to him one
Hey, what's
time, Matt.
going on, people? What's going on? Like you said, got Texas. Should be a good one tonight. Follow me at X and all other socials. Coach Matt 49. Let's get it right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's step inside the locker room, gentlemen. We stepping inside the locker room. Of course, we got Texas, but of course, man, let's just check in on everybody, see everybody doing, man. Summer break starting up, a lot of things going on. We got player workouts going on, man. Just checking in, fellas. How we feeling today? How we feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Work was good. Got my son, went to Kroger, bought me some watermelon. I'm feeling good.
And know that boy from the south. He talking about he happy about some watermelon.
Yes, sir.
How we feeling today, Coach Matt? Man, I see you over there with your new congrats, by the way, the new gig. We'll see what Coach over there at Olive Branch High School, right outside Memphis. For those of y'all that don't know, man. So how everything going, man? I know y'all starting off this week, trying to apply the pressure, set the tone. How we looking?
Got you, we're looking good, man. A lot of talent out there, up that way. Got some good kids. Got some young talent too. Just trying to, get them in there, develop them. Work on some fundamentals that we still need to shore up. But man, it's so far. Second day of workouts was today. Did a little 7-on-7 action. Looked pretty good. So hey, just trying to keep going from here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir, man. But without further ado, let's go back, man. Texas Longhorns 2023 record finished 12-2 overall, 8-1 in the Big 12. Yes, I said the Big 12. But as you can see behind my head, we talking SEC football. These boys stepping up to the big boy league. We gonna see what they gonna do. Last year they were
Right.
Big 12 champions, college football playoff semi-finalists. Overall, man, they had a heck of a year. They had a great year. It didn't finish the way they wanted it to. I know they had their lone blemish during the regular season was the Oklahoma, um, a big rivalry game. Anything can happen in that game. We'll talk about that as we go further in depth, man. But me being in Texas, I can speak on the pride that the fan base has in what they carry and the level of football that they pride themselves in playing. And Steve Sarkisian has done a great job of not only coaching the talent he has, but he's a great planner and he has been recruiting not for the Big 12, but he's been recruiting to set himself up to be successful in the SEC because he saw what was coming down the line. So he put himself in perfect position to be able to compete. And that was evident this past year when they went to Tuscaloosa and beat Bama. Now I know a lot of people say that wasn't a Bama team that ended up winning the SEC, but it is what it is. Bama is Bama. Nick Saban was there. It was in Tuscaloosa. It was at night. A dub is a dub. You can call it how you want to call it. You can rap it how you want to rap it. That's my take on it, man. How y'all think? I don't know how much y'all got to watch of the 2023 team, but what's y'all take on Texas Longhorn joining the SEC?
Man, I think they're gonna be pretty good, man. I feel like they got some experience in Steve Sarkisian, their coach. I feel like they're gonna do pretty good, man. They got a good team, balanced team on both offense and defense. And man, it's Texas, man. Texas breed football. They always had a good ball team. With no matter what year it in, they got some good players. I feel like on both sides, they're gonna do pretty good though, man. And like you said, a win is a win. I feel like they actually earned it though. I watched that game and yeah, they came in and took over for sure.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
man.
your thoughts on them, Coach Matt? Man, I know you and I, we had our individual group text or whatever going on, and we discussed Texas a lot, man. So what's your
Yeah.
outlook on them from last year?
Man, last year I think it was good for Texas. It was good for Texas football because, previously we've been around, we've seen it like every year there's the high goal, Texas football is back. It's back. It's back. Ever since, way back when that right there with USC, uh, national championships, doing all that, whatever. So every year it seems like there's something that happens, the hype goes up, Texas football, we back, we back, we back. Last year it seemed like, okay, Texas is actually back. Like they actually, like you said, Steve Sarkisian, he did a great job, had him ready to play, ready to perform. And that Bama game, I think that's what sold a lot of people on. Like they did have some close wins throughout the season. They had that one loss, but that Bama game going into Tuscaloosa in that atmosphere, playing the SEC team like that in their home, and the game was really dominated by Texas if you actually watch it. So looking at that, I feel like they might be on the right path. They're on definitely on the right path. But as far as SEC football, I think they're even on an even better path than a lot of teams right now in the SEC, and then probably a lot more than what people give them credit for.
Sure.
Yeah, I give you that, man. But I think we've talked a lot on offense on how they dominated and Steve Sarkisian. In my opinion, man, he's another Lane Kiffin. Um, he's a great offensive mind.
Mhm.
He's gonna always have his team and quarterback and playmakers in the best situation possible. I think the concern for everybody with Texas joining the SEC is their defense. Everybody wants to know if their defense is gonna be able to hold up and produce the way they produced in the Big 12. We all know offenses are different from the SEC to Big 12. Me personally, I believe they can. Um, like I said, they recruited well. Transfer portal helped them out big time. Um, the sky's the limit, man, for the Texas. I don't want anybody that is a SEC football lover to just overlook the fact that these boys have talent.
Man,
This is the
it's loaded.
sleeper. This is the sleeper of 2024. Mark it down. This is the sleeper of 2024. With their coaching staff they have you know, key returner, Quinn Ewers coming back, 3,400 passing yards, 22 TDs, 6 INTs. Shoot, he right there with Dart. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Dart threw for, I want to say, 33. He threw for, I think, 21 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. And for those of y'all that don't know who Dart, I'm talking about Jackson Dart, Ole Miss's quarterback, starting quarterback. Very similar. Only difference I will say is Quinn Ewers had an extra game because of the conference championship game. Bowl games cancel each other out because it was a playoff game for them, bowl game for Ole Miss, but he did have one extra game. But at the same time, we can also turn around and say Jackson Dart actually had 2 extra games because Quinn Ewers was hurt.
Sure.
He got knocked out against, I want to say it was Houston. He got knocked out,
Mhm.
and Malik Murphy had to come in. He started, I want to say, 2 games. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be a year of the gunslinger. They did lose AD Mitchell, Adonai Mitchell, who transferred in from Georgia, played a year at Texas, and they also lost Mr. Lightning, Xavier Worthy. So that's a lot of production gone. But with that being said, Alabama's #1 target transferred in. So it's like they just picking up where they
Big,
left
big
off,
pickup.
man. It's like they picking up where they left off from, man. So, I mean, Bell, just looking at everything that's been stated, um, what's your outlook on Mr. Quinn Ewers?
Ah man, the dude is phenomenal. I go back to the when they played Bama at the year before last. That was at home, and he got knocked out of that game. Actually, Dallas Turner like drove him to the ground on his shoulder. But I feel like man, he would have stayed here. They would have beat them then because they had him on the ropes, man.
Yeah,
And you
yeah,
can tell, man, they was going at they 101 coverage. They was hit the deep ball, and he was putting it out there like dude can throw, man. Hey, I feel like he up for a big year. Sarkeesian, like you said, he's similar to Lane Kiffin to me. Definitely gonna put their playmakers in the best place to make plays. And man, yeah, man, I feel like he do for a big year. I feel like man, I feel like they can win by 10 games. Hey, I'm going 10 to 11 games. I feel
we
like
gonna
they
we
can
gonna
do
we gonna get there. We gonna get there. We gonna slowly
it.
roll. We gonna get there.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, I feel like man, he gonna have a big year. Big year, man. He stay level here to make good decisions with the ball. And his best thing is protecting his health, man. His health. If he can be healthy, man, that's the more productive he can be for their team.
Absolutely.
That's the key right there. If he can stay healthy, he'll be able to continue that production that he's had. Uh, Like I said, he's been a phenomenal quarterback for them. 6 INTs and almost 3,500 passing yards. Like you said, out the time that he's been out as far, being hurt, being injured. So he's right there with those what people are considering, those elite quarterbacks coming back, especially in the SEC. Those that are in talks for, early Heisman hopeful. Like man, he's right there with them, neck and neck. So as long as he can stay healthy, like you said, Cam, we're gonna get into the schedule here in just a minute. But as long as he can stay healthy and continue to have the production that he has had and make those smart decisions, uh, he's going to be right there with the top quarterbacks, not only in the SEC, but just in college football in general.
True.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I know it's talks of him in the Heisman conversation right now. I want to say he's in the top six for the
Mm.
the Heisman front runners, but it's preseason, give or take, man. But of course, man, we got our guy, head coach, who we've been talking about heavy, Steve Sarkisian, fourth year at Texas, 25-14 record overall at Texas with a 71-49 overall head coaching record. I mean, let's speak on that a little bit, man. I'm gonna throw this out there, man. Let's with him coming into the SEC, what would you rank him among head coaches
Mm.
of SEC head coaches? What would you rank him? I'll let
Correct.
y'all start
Correct.
first.
I, Matt, you go ahead. Go ahead, Matt.
Uh, Man, he's up there. Obviously, I'm not going to put him over, a Kirby Smart. I'm not going right now. Probably going to put him over Lane Kiffin just because of the things that Kiffin done for Ole Miss. But I would say those two right now are two of probably the hottest coaches, in the SEC. Then of course you got Brian Kelly right there as well at LSU. Uh, and then obviously after that, man, he falls right in that line with the rest of the guys in the SEC. I know you look at people like you got Hugh Freeze, uh, you got your boy at State Bell who's coming in, so I think he's gonna make some noise this year too. But I think he's right there, after I really would say I got Kirby Smart, Kiffin, Brian Kelly, and then I would say after that, man, it's neck and neck with the rest of
Yeah, I agree. I would say the same. Only person I would say probably, like you said, Nick and Nick at that fourth, fifth spot is Kalen DeBoer, the coach for Alabama. I feel like man, he gonna come in. He gonna do. I feel like he do a pretty good job. I feel like he's a good coach. He won everywhere he
them.
went. But Steve got SEC experience. That's why I would give him a nod over Kalen. Coach DeBoer. Steve coached with Nick Saban, of course, and man, been around that. And of course, it's different. You running the show yourself than you being an assistant. But I feel like man, I feel like he fourth, fifth spot. He up there. I agree with what Matt said.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Kirby one, Lane two. I'm going Brian Kelly three. Um, some people ain't gonna like this, but it is what it is. I'm going Hugh Freeze four, and then I will put Steve Sarkisian. A lot of people forget about
Wow,
Hugh.
man,
A
Yeah,
lot of people forget
it's
about
right
Hugh
there.
Freeze. Hugh
yeah,
Freeze
yeah.
is the one that made Ole Miss relevant. You can say what you
That's
want to
true.
Oh, for
say.
sure.
That's true.
Hugh Freeze is the one that really revitalized Ole Miss football.
Mm-hmm.
Because once Eli Manning left, it was nothing to be proud of
Just that.
for years until
He
the
came.
Hugh got there, and you got Dexter McCluster and everybody else, and you got AJ Brown. He got all them boys, DK, all them boys to come in.
Yeah.
Chad Kelly beat Bama back to back years. I mean, with Bo Wallace and Chad Kelly.
You're right.
Laquan
Yeah, well, yeah.
Treadwell. So, and then with Hugh, not only that, dealing with the situation he dealt with, and then going to Liberty and putting Liberty on the map, man. Like he turned Liberty into a powerhouse.
It's
He
a
You
did.
know,
top 25 team right now.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, and winning the Arkansas with Liberty team and beat the brakes off Arkansas.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put him five right now, just because of, yeah, you won some games. Half your games at USC. Have the rest of them is at Texas. So you got to, yeah, you got a good record, but you got to show me something in this big boy ball. You know what
For
I'm saying?
sure. For
You got to
sure.
show me something in this big boy ball, man. But let's move on to it, fellas. Let's move on to it. Well, first of all, before we move to that, of course, we got to plug in our guy, Coach Jerry Marion. Coach
Yes, sir.
Jerry Marion of Plantersville Middle School, the Pirates Middle School athletic program over there in Plantersville, Mississippi, man. Uh, as always, they're just looking for some support, some donations. Your donation can go towards meals for the team, uniforms for the kids, shoes for the kids, whatever. A lot of those kids want to be able to do activities, want to be able to play and compete, but don't have the financial means, and their situation is not as fortunate as a lot of us, man. So if you can find anything in your heart, just help out the kids, because the cliche, the kids are our future. To get them a chance, to shine and be able to live out their dreams, to help put themselves in better position in life, man. So if you want to contact them at the phone number 662-213-4202. And of course, his email at the bottom of the screen is jerry.marion at leecountyschools.us. And for your donations, they will be sure to post you on social media. If you want to hang a banner up in the gym, if you want to hang a banner up on the fence, t-shirts you want them to wear, or whatever, or however you want to do it, for them to support your business, your organization, your company, whatever you may have. If you just want to support individually, you can do that as well. They can put your name or whatever it is on the programs, or however you want to work that out, man. And like I said, us from Talks with the Crew, we'll be getting together with Coach Marion and the Plantersville staff and administration, and we will do whatever we can do to help out those kids, man. Whether it be a meal for one game, if we can raise some money to get some shoes or some practice jerseys or whatever it might be, we are going to be the first ones to support this young man who, all matter of fact, all three of us on the screen have known for years, man.
Yes,
Been through a
sir.
lot, been through a lot personally, been through a lot athletically, and has grown into a great young man, man. So we just want to support Coach Jerry Marion and the Plantersville Pirates. But without further ado, gentlemen, we here to the schedule. Now,
Mm.
it ain't no old Miss Cakewalk schedule, but it ain't that difficult, man.
Man, why we gotta do that, man?
It ain't,
Why we gotta do
it ain't, it ain't that difficult.
that?
Y'all starting off 4-0 first day of camp. You know what I'm saying? Out the gate, we got Colorado State Rams, week 1. That's a dub. Well, we ain't got to discuss that one.
No.
That's, that's a dub. Week 2, things get interesting. They go up to the big house in Ann Arbor and take on the defending national champions, Michigan Wolverines. I'm gonna let y'all take that one first.
I think gonna be a close one, man. That's gonna be a close one. Coach Moore, they got a good coach in Michigan. I know it's on the road, man. It's cold and it's hot in Texas in the summertime, and it's not
It
as
ain't
hot.
it ain't cold in
No, I'm gonna say,
September.
nah, it's not. It's not as good. That's why I'm saying it's not as cold. But going up north like that, I feel like gonna be a close one though. I'm gonna say Texas by 10 on the road. I feel like they can get it done, man. I just feel like Michigan on defense. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? With Harbaugh leaving, I know the offense gonna be intact because he was the OC. They're going to the head coach, but defense, I'm not. I'm shaky on Michigan, man. I feel like Texas get done on the road, man. They say we here. Statement win.
Man, not only Harbaugh gone, but a lot of other players gone too.
Yeah.
So, be honest, man. Texas by 20.
Ooh, wee. By the
This
dub
is
piece.
not this is not the national championship Michigan team. It's not going to be that team this year. Go ahead and burst that bubble for a lot of people right now. That's not going to be this Michigan team. So, like I said, I think I got Texas by about 20.
So recently, I don't know how I ended up watching it, man, but I think I was watching something else on YouTube and just kind of stepped away, and the Michigan spring game came on, and I sat there and watched it. The defense looked all right. The Michigan defense looked all right. My concern is going to be Michigan's offense, because they really revamping from top to bottom. Yeah, I know they got their running back who,
They,
is on the cover of the game, but I think he rushed for like 600 yards total last year.
See,
You know what I'm saying? So now he's having to turn into a bell cow and a workhorse, a three down back. We don't know what he can take, but they also are breaking in a brand new quarterback. You've had JJ McCarthy for the past 3 years.
Sure.
That's gonna make a huge difference. Yeah, I know you can say the OC, bumped up the head coach, but he's not the OC no more.
Yeah.
He has to oversee the whole
Team.
operation of the team. He a first year head coach.
mhm.
Y'all know why he got to make sure everything is on point. I don't have to say that on this podcast. Y'all get where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't have the
Uh-huh.
same kind of leash and leeway that everybody else might have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think him having to pay attention to everything in the operation will have the offense slacking a little bit, and they will have a slower start. So I got Texas by 9 in this one. I got 'em
You right
by I
where I'm
got 'em
at.
by I got 'em by 3 field goals in this game, man. After Texas, they come back home and they have the UTSA Roadrunners, University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Yeah,
Wow.
shout out to my
Shout out to
boy,
my
shout out to
guy.
my guy, Coach Miller, Coach Darrell Miller.
Yeah, yeah.
You my dog, but yeah, that's a dub. That's a
It's a
dub.
dub.
Easy dub. That's an easy
Yeah.
dub
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
This
UTSA.
ain't overtime, man.
UTSA breaking in a new quarterback. Lost their top receiver. Injury prone tight end coming back. Lost a lot on defense. Yeah, it ain't looking too pretty. I think we all got an easy dub for Texas on that one.
Dub for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
We gonna skip past this one too. Next game they got University of Louisiana Monroe Warhawks. Yeah, exactly. They flip
Yeah.
down to the Sun Belt or wherever they at. So I think we all got to do the easy dub. That might be.
Yeah.
I think everybody on the sideline play.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think everybody that got an orange jersey on that they gonna play.
Arch might
Yeah.
have 200 that game.
Who?
Arch, the quarterback backup,
Yeah,
he might have
he gonna
200.
play the whole second half.
But
He gonna
that's
have
the Georgia
203
Florida
and
State
three
game.
tutties. He gonna have
Nah,
203 tutties. Then they get their first taste of SEC play with the Mississippi State Bulldogs coming to town. Talk to me. How y'all feeling?
man, I'm gonna let you go first on that.
Hey man, we had a shout out Coach Miller. I'm gonna shout out Doc real quick, Dr. Lee, but no, it's gonna get ugly for the boys down there. It's their first taste of SEC football, like on the schedule. But I think that's a good way for them to open up ACC play is against a team like State, where State's at right now. Texas be able to come in. I think they'll be able to get that SEC win under their belt. It'll be that first one. They kind of smooth sail on through that game. I feel like that's what it's gonna be for them. It may be a little bumpy at first, but they're gonna pull off in the second half. It ain't gonna be close.
I agree. I agree. I was thinking the same, especially with them being the first opponent, man, at the house. You know, Texas, man, 100,000 plus. Woo, yeah. I say it's gonna be a little bumpy at first. You said getting this, wheels turning in eight. By the time second half hit, we'll be turning on another game because it's gonna be
Yeah.
ugly.
That boy said we're gonna turn on another game.
Yeah,
Hey,
it'll be
but
ugly.
I don't even think it's gonna be close, man. Yeah, I know y'all talking about it's gonna be close and they're gonna pull off in the second half. It ain't. I just don't see it being close at all. I don't. I think State gonna be too
Yeah.
young. It's too early in the season with this new staff. They on the road, like you said, 100,000, and that 100,000 is different. Like that burnt orange, and it's hot, buddy. Like it's hot.
Texas is different.
It's hot, brother.
Different.
Like I know.
They better pray for a night game.
Listen, it don't matter. It don't matter if it's.
It
It
sure
don't matter if
though.
it. It don't
Not in
matter if it's day or
Texas.
night. It don't matter if it's day or night. It's gonna be hot. And that game is October. No, it's September 28th. So it's still
Mhm.
100. It's still 100 plus in Texas.
Oh yeah.
So that turf's gonna feel like 115,
Man, they
and
got turf.
Texas
I forgot about
and
that.
Texas gonna be laying the
Like
lumber,
Lumbo.
no diddy, and so it's gonna be rough for them. I
Yeah.
got
For real.
I got Texas by 20. I got
For
Texas by
sure.
20. That's just me.
What they said next?
Yeah,
Next.
yeah. After that, they have a good bye week. What until they roll into the meat and potatoes of their schedule. Really not no meat and potatoes, more just like cabbage. But they got the Red River rivalry at the Cotton Bowl Stadium with the good Oklahoma Sooners. Last year, for whatever reason, this game it's always whoever won this last year gonna lose this year. I don't. That's been like the pattern for the past
Yeah,
3-4 years.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Oklahoma could be garbage, and then play a great game against Texas. Texas could be boo
Yeah.
boo and play a great game in this game, man. So um, schedules out the window, records go out the window for this game, huge rivalry. Bill, Matt, even with you, it's greater than the Egg Bowl rivalry over here. Me being here and seeing it firsthand, it's
wow,
bigger than the Egg Bowl. I would compare it
Mhm.
to the Iron Bowl.
wow.
Mhm.
I would compare it to Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma, Auburn, Alabama game.
Man.
Yeah.
So I'm up in the air. I'm gonna have to hear y'all takes first. I'm up in the air with that one, man. I'm up in the
Man,
air.
hey,
See,
you go ahead, man. Man,
I'm gonna say, I was looking at that, them talking about Texas, Oklahoma joining the SEC and how immediately, that rivalry is going to be one of the biggest ones in the SEC. Just the history of it, the pageantry of it, everything that goes into it. And like you said, the teams that's, like we see it all the time with rivalry games. Teams that should win, they come in, they end up winning. Texas could very well be one of the top teams in the nation this year, but Oklahoma, because of that game, they still got a chance to win it. I mean, they got a shot. They always have a shot coming in. This year, though, I do believe Texas is going to want some revenge. Like you said, that's their only blemish as far as the regular season last year. So I think that's going to give Texas kind of a little more motivation going into this one. They got a little bit more to prove as far as that game goes. And I just don't think Oklahoma is going to have all the pieces to be able to put it together this year. Last year they were able to make it work. This year, I just think Texas is going to be a little bit too much for them. They're going to kind of learn from last year. They're going to get it done this year.
yeah, I think I'm gonna take a stab in the dark with Matt on this one. I just don't see Oklahoma having the pieces. Uh, I know Arnold coming back. I mean, like you said, they finished the year kind of shaky, lost the Arizona bowl game. I just don't see. I don't see them beating Texas. I think Texas is a more sure team, and they have a more sure coach. Program wise, I feel like it's in a better spot. Like you said, usually though, I mean, with the year, each team kind of had ups and downs, and one win, the other one lose, and vice versa. But I think Texas win this one, man. I think 14. They get back this year. I think they come back and make a statement and say, hey, we're gonna beat y'all and beat y'all good this time. It ain't gonna be close. I say 14.
I'm still a little iffy, man. I'm still a little iffy. One of y'all look up real quick. I don't have it in front of me.
Yes,
Who Oklahoma got right after this game? And I'm gonna let you
right.
know right. Yeah, after Texas, who does Oklahoma play?
Okay.
I'm gonna get to my point.
They got South Carolina.
Okay, so Texas has a lot of high hopes and anticipation for this season. Uh, it's basically over here in the burnt orange country. It's SEC championship or bust. College playoff football, college football playoffs are bust again. The reason why I'm iffy is because Oklahoma is being counted out as not really being too difficult of an opponent this year. And the week following this Oklahoma game, they have the Georgia Bulldogs coming to town.
Yeah.
And we all know that game will be if it lines up correctly, that game should be a college game day on campus top 5 matchup. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Also SEC
we
championship.
right,
Like a
and this
game.
will right, and I don't think Oklahoma's gonna have the same implications that they're playing for. and they have South Carolina after that, so they have no reason to look past them, right? And then Brent Venables, who we all know, he's a good coach.
Yeah,
He's
he
gonna
is.
have them. He gonna have them
Mhm.
focused.
Yeah.
Texas has a bulk roster. They have a lot of NIL money. They have a lot of kids that came in that's getting bank. So they're all thinking championship. And of course, if Oklahoma is not good, of course they might be looking ahead to Georgia. That's the only reason I'm iffy about this game.
Mhm.
If they play anybody else, if they play anybody else besides Georgia, Ole Miss, or LSU, I would have no doubt in saying Texas gonna kill Oklahoma. But because we dealing with 18 and 22-year-olds,
Mhm.
they know
Yeah.
what's at stake, and everybody's still trying to run up that NIL money, and that this the next game is gonna be the game to really solidify that $1 million I'm asking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got
Mhm.
kids, got NIL deals with Lamborghini and Ferrari and Porsche and airlines and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
all this
you're
stuff
right.
is on the line the next week. I understand the rivalry game, but it's just Texas's season is bigger this year than just the rivalry game, just like last year.
Right. Right.
And they overlooked Oklahoma last year.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? Like they dog walked Oklahoma the year before. In 2022, they dog walked Oklahoma. They went
Mhm.
in this year knowing they had a squad. They was thinking playoffs or bust, and they overlooked them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only reason, man. I'm still gonna roll with Texas in a close. I'm gonna say Texas by 3 in overtime. You heard what I said.
Mhm. OT. Okay.
Sir,
Texas by
Ooh, I think you made it lost.
we lost my guy. Sound good.
Shoot.
He'll be joining
We'll
back. I guess
see.
we can just keep talking
Yeah.
about that. But
Hey,
he said Texas by 3. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they won by
no.
3. But at the same token, I'm like you, man. I'm not really sure about Oklahoma, man. Like I know Brent is a good coach, man. Good defensive coach, man. Good
Mm-hmm.
hard nose. You can tell he high morals, character type of guy, man. But man, I just don't see it. Other than what I'm saying, the hype around the quarterback. I don't see the weapons. I haven't heard too much as far as the
Right,
defense since he
right.
been there. You know what I'm saying? It's been very up and down, very shaky. You know what I'm saying? And for him to be a defense coach, it's like you expect them to be good, but every other game you turn on, they getting put 40, 50 points on. I'm like, man, what's going on? So
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the one thing I can say, kind of going off what Cameron's saying, as far as good looking ahead to that Georgia game, I think last year they probably did do that. They overlooked Oklahoma, but this year, they know what's at stake. They know that they can't do that again this year because if they do, they're going to end up in the same position they were in last year, dropping the ball to Oklahoma. And at that point, Oklahoma is, you know,
yeah,
SEC
hey,
team too. So
yeah,
if you talk about SEC championship, probably out the window, they dropped that one just because they're looking ahead at Georgia. So
Georgia, you right. I agree with that, man. 100%, 100%. I feel like Quinn, he kind
yeah,
of try to make a name for himself, especially with the Heisman. That game, that's one of the games you got to have a good game. They
yeah,
going back to that game, especially with rivalries and stuff like that. They looking at that game. So, man, I feel like man, he have a good game. I don't see it being close. I hit a 3. I know it's a rivalry early in the year,
right.
and then just kind of surprised to hear Coach Cam say, man, the rivalry's up there with the Iron Bowl over the Egg Bowl, man. That wowed me. That wowed me.
It is. It's especially out there, man. It's tough. It's one of the ones. Oh, there he goes. He's back with us,
He
ladies and
back.
man.
He
gentlemen.
back
Hey man, I appreciate y'all holding it down, man.
for
Stuff kicked
sure.
off and
Damn,
kicked
how you
back
do
on,
that?
man. What I
Yeah,
miss,
yeah.
Hey,
man?
Now we
yeah,
were just elaborate on what we
yeah.
was talking about.
Continue
Yeah, oh
on.
y'all
What
was
you
still on
said.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, man. My bad, man. I don't know what happened, man. This technology crazy, man. Got us looking bad out here. But I appreciate the homies for holding it down while we had a
Yes,
a,
sir.
a slight
yes,
mishap.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? All
Listen,
right,
I'm
so
with
moving along. Y'all heard what I said.
it.
I had Texas
Three.
by 3 in OT. Y'all heard
Hey,
what I said. So next we got the Georgia Bulldogs coming to town. I'm gonna let y'all kick that one off, man. Y'all was doing such a great job. I could hit y'all, but I couldn't do nothing.
wow,
Yeah.
wow.
So, going back to kind of what I was saying, I don't think. with Texas situation, with what they're playing for, what they know what they're playing for, I don't think that they're going to overlook Oklahoma straight to Georgia. I think it's going to be a tough game. It's always a tough game, it, especially with that type of rivalry. The emotions are high, everything like that. But then to go the very next week, and the only thing that's going to help Texas out right here, as far as keeping it close, is that it's going to be in Texas. Georgia's got to travel them. So, they got to go a few different states or whatever and travel to Texas. However, I'm looking at Georgia this year, man, and right now, honestly, they're probably my front runner for the SEC overall. Uh, just with everything they got coming back, the depth that they have, Kirby Smart just being the coach that he is. It's hard to go against Georgia, even against this one. So I'm gonna have to take Georgia. I think it's probably gonna be, maybe a 10-point game, something like that.
Ah, hey, that's good. That's good. Uh, I'm gonna spice it up, man. I think I'm gonna go with the home team. I was gonna lean with the away team in this one. The reason I think I'm gonna go with home team. I know they probably gonna be, tired. They didn't fought a hard fought battle with Oklahoma with the emotions and rivalry. But man, I think they get laser line focus right here. Cause this is now or never. You know what I'm saying? They lose this game, it kind of changed the outlook on the season. I feel like they can squeeze a win out by 7 at home. I feel like they can beat Georgia at home by a touchdown.
What Lee Corso say? Not so fast.
Not so fast, Mike Grinch.
Not so
Yeah, I was just saying,
fast.
well, he set
Yeah,
them up, they took
hey, he
away,
be,
gonna say
hey, yeah, you gonna get us
it.
counsel before we get hot. Uh, no sir, no sir, no sir. Georgia has a bye week after this game. It's balls to the wall. This is their point of the schedule where it's gonna make a break because after this they go into November, and we already know champions are made in November. So no
Yeah.
sir. First half will be close because it's in Texas, and then SEC coaching is gonna step into play, and Kirby and his pedigree, and for whatever reason, Kirby just knows how and when to push those buttons to get his team to get right.
Yeah.
Like if Georgia had just played decent in the first half against Bama in the SEC championship, it would have been a blowout. Because that second
Agreed.
half, I don't know what he said to him. I don't know who keys he told to turn in, but at halftime he said something and some buttons was pushed, and them boys came out there looking like a whole different team. And I
Taking
and I
all
feel,
those out.
everything. Penthouse
He get that
gone.
from his daddy.
Hey,
Nick
yeah,
Saban. Don't
yeah,
halftime
for
talk be
real.
something different.
Hey, he said all the scat packs and Hellcats about to go.
In my office.
So I just feel like the bye week after this, nah, it'll be close. First half, second half, they gonna walk out by 13. Georgia by 13. So that's an L for Texas. After that, we can talk about this if y'all want to. Texas going to Vanderbilt.
Oh no. Next.
Mm,
Yeah, that's this. If
Next.
it was an academic bowl, I say
it,
Vanderbilt
it
all
was
day.
yeah.
Better
But
win
we
here.
Yeah.
we playing we playing football. So
Yeah.
we're not playing brain ball. We playing football. So I got Texas by murder. I don't know what y'all
Uh,
got, but I
what
got
you
Texas.
what you say? By
Texas
power.
by
First,
homicide. I got Texas by homicide.
first degree. Premeditated.
For
Yeah,
real.
premeditated
Yeah,
murder.
it's gonna be worth. It's gonna be that's gonna be bad.
Arch gonna come in and had 300 yards in the second half.
Yes, definitely.
Uh, after that, they got another bye week, and then we have the matchup with the Florida Gators at home. I start that one off. Dub, Texas
Yeah,
dub. Billy Napier already fired, so
Yeah.
it
Take
ain't gonna
back.
be close. It ain't gonna
I
be
agree.
close. 21 skunk, ain't it? Pass the stick. Arch, come on in the game
Yeah.
and get you some more yards. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that because I think by this point they're gonna be pushing Quinn for the Heisman. They're gonna be trying to push him for the Heisman. So I don't
Yeah.
know if Arch comes in at this
Try to
point of the
step to them.
season.
Yeah, got to boost some stats.
So after that, Texas Longhorns have the Arkansas Razorbacks in Fayetteville. This is an old rivalry game. This is
Mhm.
the old Southwest Conference rivalry game. Now, before we give our predictions, Let's remember the last time Texas played Arkansas, Texas was a 17-point favorite,
They
and
got
they lost by 18.
Yep.
I'm
that
not
was the game
saying
your
that's
boy
going to
went
be the
off.
same. Who KJ?
Rocket
Oh
Sanders.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
game he.
That's when he had his.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's when he had his. And the
it's
defense
coming
was
out. Yep.
that was Quinn Ewell's first year starting too. I think it was like the second, third game of the season.
Yeah.
So I'll let y'all run with that first, man. Talk to me.
Cam, you said 17-point favorite?
That's what they were. Not this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too
Right.
early.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that year. They were 17-point favorite, lost by 18. Ooh, not this year, man. Not
I,
this year. It's probably going to get ugly, but it's going to get ugly the other way around. That's what I think. I'll be honest with you. That's what I think.
Hey, I think this is a shit like thinking about what he said going to Fayetteville. It's kind of like a trap game. Sound like to me. I
It
ain't
could
gonna
be.
lie. I ain't gonna
But if you
lie.
look at who they got left, though. Look at who they got left, though. Yeah. At this point, is
Fayetteville
go hand. At
gonna.
this point, is go
Well,
handle
well,
your
well,
business.
this what I would say. This is what I would say. From experience, playing Arkansas late in the season, they always
Mhm.
sneak them one. And I've seen it happen time and time again. Whether
this
good or bad,
right,
they
Yeah,
always
yeah,
sneak them
yeah.
one out. And
and
this may be the one they sneaked out.
this gonna be in November in Fayetteville. They are going
Mm,
purposely, unless TV pick it up, they are purposely gonna put this as a night game
okay,
on
yeah.
SEC Network, meaning
Yes.
it's gonna be cold.
Cold, yeah.
It don't get cold
Mhm.
like that here. That
Yeah.
kind of cold and this cold here in Texas is two different things. So, but even saying all that, dub Texas. That's it. Dub.
Yeah.
Weather plays a factor a little bit. It might be closer than what people think it's gonna be.
I agree.
I think because Sam Pittman already gonna be fired, they'll probably give Bobby Petrino or I think they'll give Travis Williams the interim, the DC. I think they'll give him the interim head coach before they give it to Bobby P.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
think the boys will have a little more fight in them, but they won't have enough depth to do
Nah.
what needs to be done. After that, we have Mark Stoops and the Kentucky Wildcats coming to Austin for senior night. Can we go and say it?
The
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All
senior. That's
right.
how you had to say senior night.
Yeah.
Senior night.
W. It's over.
Handle your business.
Now here come the fun part. Right now we have, I think all of us right now. No, I got them what 10-1 going into this game.
I think I got him
I
undefeated.
think we all have them. You got them undefeated.
That's the
Yeah,
one
he
you
got
guys
beat in
said.
Georgia.
Georgia, they beat them by 7 on.
Okay, so right now we all got them sitting pretty. Got them sitting top SEC, top
Yeah.
two ish. Uh, Probably top five team in the country with this record. They go into College Station for the first time in a long time. Another rivalry game where the hate is real.
I'm gonna tell y'all this before
Yeah.
you get started, man. That Elko dude, that's a good coach. That's all I want to say. They got them a good coach, and I'm gonna say it's like you said, the first time in a long time. It may. I'm gonna just say this. It's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. But go ahead, man.
Yeah, man, it's rocking. It is. You're gonna have a lot of weird chants and cheers from the dudes on the sideline all night, but it's gonna be rocking regardless. That's it. Whatever that stuff you don't even know. You giggle. But I'm gonna say this, man. I think A&M, I think they're gonna have a little more productivity this year than they did last year, a little more traction. However, at this point, man, in the season and what Texas has got going, I don't see them dropping the ball right here. I just don't. They're right there at the finish line almost. It's you win this one, you right there probably no could be number two, tied for number two, maybe in the SEC, right behind Georgia. Right. So then we know with the way the conference is set up this year, there is no East and West. It's top two teams. That's who's gonna play for the SEC. So looking at that. just don't think that they're going to drop the ball with this one. I think they got too much going for them, too much to play for at this point. I think it's going to be electric. It's going to be nasty at some points. It may even get a little dirty and chippy, but Texas going to pull away.
Upset. I think this is the game Texas A&M storm the field. I think this is spoiler alert. This is you looked over me, but we came to bite that in. So I think Texas A&M. I think they get them at home this year, at least by 10. I say Mike Elko make a statement and say we protect at home this time. Man, hey, I think Texas by this time they win down anyway. It's been a long road, been a long season. It's getting near the end. I do agree with you. They focus, but that 100,000, and I'm sure that it's a night game. I got Texas A&M with the upset at the career.
Yeah, they got 100,000. You know, the 12th man and all that, but ain't none of them 100,000 getting on that field to play.
That is true.
And Texas A&M, because it is a first year staff rebuild, they don't have the depth. It'll be pretty. They hold it close, but the fourth quarter is going to be a costly mistake.
Yeah.
It's going to be a costly turnover, and it's going to cost them the game. I got Texas winning this by 13, by 10 to 13. And with that being said, Texas A&M finishes 11-1. Not Texas A&M, excuse me. Texas Longhorns finish 11-1, and moves us to say what you say. Now, with that, it ain't even say what you say. It's a question. Texas Longhorns, excuse me, not Texas A&M. Texas Longhorns finish 11-1. They go to the SEC championship. Who they playing?
Let's go say that.
I say they play us in Georgia, man.
Who you got, Matt?
You got rematch with Jordan.
That's exactly where I was going. I see a rematch with Georgia going. Now, because I have Georgia winning their first matchup, that game will determine if Texas makes it back to the college football playoffs. If they lose to Georgia
Yes.
again,
Yeah.
it's over. But here's the good part, LaBelle. If that happens, SEC will get two teams in because it's just too loaded. It's either going to be Ole Miss that's going to slide in the door, or it's going to be LSU.
Yep.
Can we all agree on that?
We can agree on that.
Can we all agree
Yep.
on that? So
I
it's
agree.
it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what these Texas Longhorns gonna do in this good old Southeastern Conference. This is no longer the Big 12, where you automatically start the game with 12 points.
That is
So
true.
now everything has to be earned. Everything has got to be taken. You can't just wait on somebody to give it to you. You got to go get it. You got to take it. I
Yep.
think I think the atmosphere that they have is set up to succeed at home. The question will be, can you go on the road and compete in the SEC? Where I think the Vanderbilt's the smallest stadium they playing at on the road,
Man, yeah.
but
Hey,
Vanderbilt
Yeah.
expanding though. Vanderbilt is
they is.
they
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 do.
they
They do
are
got the
expanding, man.
registration.
So
Is it gonna be done though?
Man, they've been
I
working
don't
on
think
that
it's
a
gonna be
long
finished.
time.
But have you seen the pictures of it?
Yeah, I
It,
have
it
seen
looks
some
it
It
of
looks
mug,
better.
it mug gonna be nice. It's gonna be empty, but it's gonna be
Yeah.
nice. Or it's gonna be more fans of the other team, but it's gonna be nice.
it. Right.
One of the two, but it's gonna be nice, man. But hey, at the end of the day, what they say, hook 'em horns. I ain't saying that mess, but on the show only,
hmm
man.
Right.
But once again, man, it was short and sweet today, man. Texas Longhorns, nothing else happening in the world. Oh no. Quick question, man. Off topic of college football and SEC. How do y'all feel about this treatment of Caitlin Clark in the WNBA?
Man, I'll say
You
this.
ain't gotta get too deep into it. Just a simple overview.
I
How,
ain't
how
gonna get
y'all
too
feel,
deep
man?
into it.
Do y'all feel it's
I'll be honest.
warranted?
I'll be honest. I don't care. First of all, that's the first thing. I really don't care enough. I get tired of seeing it over and over and over and over and over. That's all I'm here. That's all I'm saying. But one thing I'm gonna say is this: I did see somebody. It was a WNBA former WNBA player, she's an analyst, whatever, and she flat out said, you know, because of the deals that she was getting before she came into the WNBA, because of all the hype she was getting, basically made a lot of people jealous. A lot of the women that had been there in the league, not getting no height, not getting no talk, that it made them jealous. And at the end of the day, you know what? Some things I don't mind, I don't mind, it is what it is. It's a part of competitive athletics, you know what I'm saying? Some of it, it's like, just chill. Sometimes it can go too far. But at the end of the day, it's it's all everyone talks about, man. It's getting annoying, it's getting old, and I'm really tired of hearing about
Oh,
Yeah,
they gonna keep talking about it for another 2 months. So you might well get
it.
used
Oh,
to it.
for sure.
What you got
yeah,
on the bill? What you got on the bill?
man. I honestly, I'm kind of like Matt, man. Just play basketball. I mean, Caitlin Clark is who she is. Everything else, it'll settle itself. I feel like, I mean, pushing a girl down, it can be a little too much. But I'm saying, come on, man, let's just play basketball. I feel like we cannot deny the fact that she has brought some type of
Excitement and
shit. Some
attention.
man, they
Yeah,
have man. Like the girl is good. Like black or white, that don't even matter. The girl is good. She can hoop. Like let's just give it a props. It is what it is. That's kind of like call a spade, man.
I feel you, man. To me, just different day and time, man. And it seems like most of the girls that's, excuse me, not girls, most of the women that are upset, y'all been in the league, 4 to 7 years, and you averaging like 3 points a game. Like, come on, dog. Like, what we mad for? Because you
right.
didn't get the same opportunity. You not her. Like, she broke the all-time league score record,
Yeah.
and she is now the Larry Bird of the WNBA.
True
If we
enough.
want to, if we want to
Thanks.
be honest, if we want to be honest, she's the Larry Bird, and Angel Reese is the Magic Johnson.
I
But I
agree. I
mean,
agree.
let's just call it what it is. So don't hate or be mad at the girl when she bringing more money to your pockets. Like
Exactly.
y'all flying private now instead of commercial. Y'all having games in bigger arenas. Y'all games are streaming
Hmm.
more. You get investors that giving everybody an extra $100,000. Like y'all wasn't making money as it was. Some of y'all making 35,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know what I've been saying to
Literally,
Caitlin
just
Clark? Thank you.
Facts. That's
Well,
Thank
it.
you.
just
Like
That's
thank
it.
you. Like
Thank you.
play ball.
Thank
Like
you.
attendance is up in those games too. Like all the games she can play in, it's like 10,000 more
bro,
people coming to
bro.
those
Man,
games.
it's like
It's crazy.
at the end of the day, if you dislike her, then go out there and bust her behind. Like that's
Exactly.
it. Like
That's what
play
I'm like.
ball, hoop,
Play ball.
Play
go
between the
kill her.
ones who do what she got.
But all that dirty. I mean, now a couple things wasn't dirty. Now,
Mhm.
like that Stewie screen, she just ran
Yeah.
into her
To
teammate,
it.
didn't
Yeah.
call it out.
But the
That
Yeah.
girl coming up to her, ran into
right?
her. I'm
Like,
like,
come
come
on,
on,
dog.
man.
Like, come on. That I mean, that's
The
just
bottom,
crazy.
she looked like a body too, but she,
I
I
mean,
was like,
yeah, Caitlin, she talk on the court, but who don't talk?
right.
everybody know about. That's a cool
Like
sport.
who talk, bro? Like everybody talk. It's middle schools out here talking crazy now. Like
All
everybody
right.
talk.
Yes.
But Lil
But my thing is, if we gonna talk, let's hoop.
let's hoop.
Like don't get in your
You
feelings
got to be able to back it
cause
up.
she talking and then shoot your eyes out, and then you look at the scoreboard up there and you got 2 points and three fouls. They don't get mad at her. I just play ball, man. So like you were saying, man, color out the way. Like just play ball.
Let's play ball,
Like
man.
take the money, say thank you for the extra 100K. Go on about your business, cause
That's
half
it.
y'all career on life support in WNBA anyway,
Anyway.
Facts. Big facts.
and half y'all about to be sent to Turkey, to Egypt, Israel.
What?
Like some of y'all need to calm down.
Anyway.
So that's my outlook on it, man. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I watched my first WNBA game probably in about 4 or 5 years, not too long ago. I think
Right.
the last time I watched a WNBA game was probably like the fourth quarter of the Aces championship game last year when they won back to back. Before that,
Mhm.
I ain't watched it. I ain't had no interest. I was watching more college women's basketball because them girls be hooping out there. I was watching
Yes.
more than that. So for them to be bringing that kind of attention, you got young girls really wanting to be invested now. You got investors who really dropping bags off now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like everything y'all complained about is happening now, but y'all mad at the reason why it's happening. Like that don't make sense.
You
Like don't
don't.
bite the hand that feeds you.
Feed you.
Like come
Yeah,
on,
that's what
dog.
crazy.
Like
Yeah.
y'all getting everything you complained about that you weren't getting. You are getting now, but it's a problem.
Mhm. Yo.
So yeah, yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna say that part, but hey, y'all better shut up and play ball.
I, I, look,
For,
Yeah.
look,
for,
I knew
for
where you
some of
was
y'all,
going because I was going to say,
y'all, hey, for some of y'all be back coaching high school basketball, y'all better calm down. I'm trying to tell you. But man, that I just had to ask that question, man. It's been a hot topic lately, man. But
mm-hmm.
good, nice little show, gentlemen. Even though we had the mishap with my situation over here, I don't know what happened, don't know why it happened, but it is what it is. Appreciate y'all holding down. But once again, man, another episode. Anything else y'all want to close out with?
No, sir.
Man, another
Nah,
good
man, fun with
episode.
the next one gonna be even better, baby.
Next week. Next week, we got to get a guest. I don't know who the guest gonna be yet, but we got to have another guest on here. Next week is gonna get spicy once again. This probably gonna be another hour and a half, Bill. So go ahead and do what you need to do. It's gonna get spicy in here because next week we taking a trip down to Baton Rouge and we previewing the Louisiana State University Fighting Tigers. It's gonna
Yes,
be a
sir.
good one. This gonna be a good one. Matt is an LSU fan. I'm an LSU fan. But at the end of the day, we realists. We football people. At the end of the day, we gonna call a spade a spade. Ain't no bias
Mhm.
here. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. You don't want to miss that one. But until then, man, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Stop texting us your comments. Please comment
Yes.
on the video on the YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Stop texting us. We appreciate all the comments, but please just put them on the video.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Like, follow,
Yes.
share, subscribe on all platforms, man. But once again, as always, you heard what we said, and we out.
Yeah.